Once I stopped teaching Cantonese like a class, I needed a replacement. Because just play isn't enough either. So I gave myself 3 rules. And if an activity doesn't follow these rules, I don't use it. In the last video, I talked about why classroom-style teaching doesn't work at home. But this raises a really important question. If I'm not drilling vocabulary, if I'm not doing repeat after me, then what am I doing? I'm designing activities, and every single one follows the same 3 rules. Rule number 1, it has to be fun. This sounds obvious, but it's deeper than it sounds. Fun doesn't mean chaotic. It doesn't mean sugar high energy. It means, do my kids want to stay in it? If they're bored, the speaking stops. If they're resisting, the speaking stops. So the first question I ask is not, what would I want them to learn? It's, would they want to do this again? I used to think discipline mattered more, but what I learned is this. You can't force a kid to enjoy speaking a language. You can only invite them into it. Rule number 2, it has to require speaking. This is a non-negotiable. If they can complete an activity without speaking, then it doesn't train their speaking muscle. Pointing doesn't count. Nodding doesn't count. Single yes or no answers don't count. Speaking doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't even have to be full sentences, but their mouth has to move. And this is important. I don't correct everything. If I correct too much, they shut down. If I correct nothing, they don't grow. So I focus on participation first, accuracy later. Rule number 3, it has to be exaggerated. And honestly, if you're also trying to raise kids who can actually speak Cantonese at home, you're in the right place. And this is the one most people skip. Normal life is forgettable. Exaggeration creates memory. Big reactions, weird situations, silly voices. Not because I want to entertain them forever, but because memory is how language sticks. Think about the things your kids remember most. It's never the normal, calm moments. It's the strange ones, the funny ones, the slightly gross ones. That's not an accident. Now, here's the balance. If it's too complicated, kids disengage. If it's too simple, speaking disappears. So I'm always adjusting. I'm simplifying the steps, keeping the core idea, and protecting the speaking. This is not about perfection. It's about consistency. Some days it works really well, some days it doesn't. And that's okay. Progress for me is when my kids use one Cantonese word and use it in an English sentence. That tells me the speaking muscle is waking up. If this feels messy to you, that's normal. Real learning at home is messy, but messy doesn't mean ineffective. If you're teaching Cantonese at home and figuring it out as you go, hit subscribe. You're not alone. In my next video, I'm going to walk through a real activity step by step. What it looks like, what I say and what I don't say. So you can see how these rules show up in real life.